Hi everybody, here we are. It's once again we're Wednesday afternoon, and we hope everybody is enjoying this new fall weather. It's cooling down a little bit in the mornings. I know it's still a little warm in the afternoons, but the temperature is dropping. So I know we're going to get a little cooler, and we're going to start having a lot more people indoors. So we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to need to do to keep ourselves safe as the temperatures start dropping. But we're going to start with our little story today. I forgot we had a story to do today. So let's do our little story. And today it's called Little P. Once again, we're using the El Paso Public Library website, their little tumble books. So you can go ahead and check out. They have a lot of books actually, which you can probably check out. That would be fun for the kids to practice their reading with, or just to kind of enjoy some time with you or Dad. So Mom and Dad, let's go ahead and get started. This is Little P by Amy Krouse Rosenthal. Little tumble books, little production here. This is the story of Little P, Mama P, and Papa P. Little P was a happy little guy. He liked to do a lot of things. He liked rolling down hills, for example, super fast. He liked hanging out with his P pals. He liked it when Papa P came home at the end of the day. Papa P would fling Little P off a spoon high into the air, and Little P would scream, "Again! Again!" At bedtime, Little P very much liked snuggling with Mama P and hearing stories about what Mama P was like when she was a little P. But there was one thing that Little P didn't like. Candy. Candy, that's what you have to eat for dinner every night when you're a P. Candy, candy, candy. Monday, red candy. Tuesday, orange candy. Wednesday, yellow candy. Thursday, purple and pink polka dotted candy. Friday, striped candy. Saturday, swirly candy. Sunday, rainbow candy. Little P hated all of it. If you want to grow up to be a big, strong P, you have to eat your candy, Papa P would say. If you don't finish your candy, then you can't have dessert, Mama P would say. How many pieces do I have to eat? Eat 5 pieces and you can have dessert. 5 pieces, he whined. 5 pieces, they chimed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of candy. Now can I have dessert? Yes, now you can have dessert, said Mama P and Papa P. Little P couldn't wait to see what it was. Spinach! Squealed Little P, my favorite. Little P licked the dessert plate clean. Yum. Extra yum. And they lived happily ever after. The end. That's Little P. That's a fun little book there. Kind of a little different take on the vegetable thing, right, Mom, Dad? As you know, whenever your kids come in for their checkups, I usually do a thorough dietary history. I want to know how many times your child is getting some fruit servings, some vegetable servings, some protein servings. We want to make sure that we're not missing any nutrients. Now, most of the time people tell me kids won't eat their vegetables. Now, one of the things that, though, with vegetables is you do need to introduce them early. When your child is an infant, introducing their vegetables first before fruits is ideal, because they develop a taste for the fruits and they don't want to eat their peas, and you have a much more difficult time eating peas, green beans, any other type of vegetables. So introducing vegetables first is as ideal. And then we make our way through to our other foods. And as kids become toddlers, if they've been exposed to vegetables at a younger age and they develop their taste for them, they're not going to be the picky eaters, because those are their usual dietary, meals. I mean, the dietary foods that they get. And so by toddlers, if they haven't really had a good introduction to vegetables, they can be a little picky. But it's not something that is a problem per se. We can get through this. Introducing vegetables to kids, even at toddler age, just introduce small items, maybe carrots for a while. Now you have to find a way that the kids may enjoy the prepared vegetable, whether steamed, roasted, raw. You got to try them. And don't expect giving a whole big plate of carrots and expect to eat the whole thing. Eat one carrot. And then that's fine. They'll eat one carrot. Next time, you give them again. So every meal, you're going to introduce some vegetable to them. They may not clean the plate, and that's okay. But they get a bite, 2 bites. They eventually will get used to the fact that they have some vegetables. 2 to 3 vegetables is ideal each day. So by giving them at the meals. But also, you can prepare those vegetables with other foods that they like. If they like mac and cheese, peas and carrots go great with mac and cheese. So you still get your mac and cheese, but you have a little peas and carrots with it. So you're introducing these foods, and you do it in small amounts. And it can take up to 15 to 20 times before a child will completely eat that vegetable, or that any food item, really. Some kids don't like certain fruits. Well, then you just slowly introduce those types of fruits as well. But vegetables seem to be more problematic. And getting the kids involved with even preparing the food if they're able to. Little kids, little toddlers may not be able to. They're not going to be, mixing and stirring, but help them wash the vegetables. Get them a feel for them. Older kids, you can help. They can learn how to maybe slice with, some of the vegetables. Preparing the salads, preparing those meals will get them a bit more interested in the food, because whatever they make is not going to be yucky. So they're more likely to eat it. Older kids, go to the grocery store. What should we get? Let's pick out the best bell peppers that we can find. Getting them to choose those vegetables. Oh, Mom, I like red bell peppers better than green bell peppers. If that's fine, go ahead and get some red bell peppers. They're more likely, because they got to choose their vegetable. They're more likely to eat it. Mom, I like red apples better than green apples. Doesn't make a difference. They're apples. If they like the red apples, they're more likely to eat it. Go ahead and get those red apples. But then you also want to tell the kids, we're buying the fruit because you like the red apples. We can't let it go bad. We need to eat our vegetables. They're also learning a little bit about, not wasting foods, things like that. So getting the older kids to pick the foods, and then your teens, some kids still don't like vegetables, still get them involved. Get them to find what preparation they like of their vegetables. It can be very difficult for some children, though they'll have developmental disorders. Some kids with autism particularly have a sensory difficulty with certain foods, and that we can work with a speech therapist to help desensitize it, so we don't want to miss out on their nutrition as well. But moms, dads, even though if you haven't, you didn't start the vegetables at infancy, which is the ideal time, we can still work with it. We don't want the kids to be missing out on any nutrients by eliminating, I don't like any vegetables. Well, we're all entitled to one vegetable we don't like, right? We don't have to eat those, but we eat all the other vegetables. Same thing. Your child, you can tell them, I don't like bell peppers. Okay, you don't have to eat bell peppers, but you have to eat your carrots. You have to eat these other ones. We can't eliminate entire food groups, because we will be lacking in a lot of nutrients. So vegetables, I know they're tough, but we need to make sure kids are getting at least 2 to 3 fruits a day, 2 to 3 vegetables a day, and a couple of lean proteins throughout the day. Limit your juices. Juice really is sugar water. It doesn't add any nutrition of nutritional value for your child. So skip out on the juice. Water and milk, depending on your age group. So Children under from 1 to 2 years of age is usually whole milk, and after that it's going to be your low-fat milk. So we want your kids to have a well-rounded diet, so you're going to know I'm going to ask a lot of questions about that. So, and then if your kids are school age, I'm going to ask them what they're getting at school, so we can make sure that they're getting everything that they need to grow properly. Being that said, we're still doing a lot of school physicals right now. We're trying to get kids ready. We also are trying to get everybody caught up on vaccines. I know with the pandemic, we've had some kids still behind the vaccines. If you're thinking your kids are behind, give us a call. We'll try and help you over the phone to see when your child needs to come in for their checkup. So we do need to keep that going. We need to get the vaccines, because now that the temperatures are dropping, we are going to see more people gathering indoors. Okay, the closer you are together, the closer are you going to be able to spread other illnesses. Flu is on its way, and we've actually had some cases already reported in El Paso. Keep an eye on our Facebook page for our flu vaccinations, so we can get everybody taken care of. COVID is unfortunately going to, we're hoping we're not going to see it, but we're going to brace for the fact that it's going to start to increase, because now we're staying in closed areas. It's going to be really important to stay away from other people at this point, not enter other people's homes. If you don't live with them, then you shouldn't be around them. You need to wear a mask. You need to cover up. The cold temperatures are going to, if your child has not been vaccinated, chicken pox, measles, these are things that are can be problematic when we start gathering indoors, because the temperatures are dropping. So keep that in mind, Mom. If you have any questions about your vaccines, please give us a call and we'll try and help you out to make sure that we get everybody right on track. All right? So if you like Little P, get those vegetables going. Give us a call for your vaccines. Save the video. Share it. That way you can enjoy it, and other people who maybe have a little trouble with their kids and their vegetables can take a look at this little story. But check out the El Paso Public Library. They do have a lot of books there for the kids that you can enjoy with them. All right? We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.